Hi everyone, welcome to TestFlix. Today I'm going to talk about how product analytics can help in defining the test strategy. I'm Ravikant Jain, I'm working as a chapter lead in Mindtical, and I am having more than 15 years of work experience. So this is the content we am going to talk about, like what is product analytics, what particular data set can be help for quality engineering, how can that help in defining the test strategy, and what could be the key takeaways. So what is product analytics? So product analytics is basically the process of analyzing how users are engaging or using the platform or services. So over the time, like product team helps take help from this particular analytics tool to improve their product or services. So when we talk about product analytics, right, what a product manager look for from these details, like who are my best valuable customers, what are the actions taken by these customers, what are the characteristics of engaged users, and what are the users' pain points. Sometimes they also see like what are the churn, possible churn accounts, and how these accounts are taking actions on their product or features. On the product analytics side, as we understood, like this is used for user behavior, actions, workflows. So there are two sides of data which is used. One is like tracking data, second is analyzing data. Tracking data is like to understand what visits, events, and actions taken by the user, and the analyzing is like creating the dashboards and the reports. There are a lot of tools are used across industry for product analytics. You must have heard about Google Analytics, Mixpanel, Full Story. There are a lot of more. Right? Some companies also build their in-house analytics tool. What are the roles who use this product analytics? So they are like product managers, marketers, UI UX designers. You must have heard about A/B testing, where option of two options are provided for a similar feature, and they see how users are engaging to which option, and then they kind of continue with that option. Also, CEO, and the sales enablement sales leaders are also using it, right? So these are different roles where product analytics is used. So in a summary, we can say product analytics is used to understand the user behavior, user engaged patterns, and to use that details to kind of improve the product or services. Then what particular data set can be helpful for quality engineering? So as this helps to understand like how they are using it, how frequently the users are coming to a particular feature, how engaged they are, and also to understand what are the error patterns, what are the URLs and the most of the events which are failing for most of the customers, and also to get the insights such as the browser details, languages used by the customer, what are the primary mobile devices, and on the different reasons, what is the customer workflows. Then it is very important to revisit product analytics over the time, where the role comes of dashboards, because the patterns keep on changing as maybe you are launching a product to new reason, right? Where probably the adoption is changes and there's a change in the pattern, right? Also, you are rolling out new features and you need to observe their adoption, how is going on to improve it further. So that is also helped. And also, these things led to change in the test strategy if you want to do it right. So now let's see like how that product analytics can be helpful in defining the test strategy. So like in MyTickle, we used it to define our cross-browser test strategy to understand what are the mostly used browsers across the OS, what are the different versions we are using. Also, like sometimes there's a myth breaker, like we were thinking like our most of the audience is US and they must be using Mac, but when we kind of size this data, we come across like our product is primarily used in Windows Chrome browser. So this helps in defining your test strategy for cross-browser testing. Also, that helps in defining the sanity test strategy. We know, like, obviously, a feature can have the primary test cases, like based upon our own assumption, like how customers are using it. But if we know the business case, that can help further, right? So if we know, like, what are the mostly used workflows across platform, what are the critical workflows used by the top customers, and what are the frequently used customer workflows, that becomes a candidate for sanity testing. Also, that helps in defining the automation test strategy. Always we know the automation lags behind, right? And if we need to cover it, we need to prioritize it. So that helps in like defining the prioritization for automation. Also, that helps in like figuring out what could be the possible business case that can become the candidate for regression test strategy. Also, that helps like in defining your performance benchmarking, because over the time we can know like, what are the load coming to your particular feature set and what maximum load it has come to your system, and then accordingly you can plan the benchmarking. So similarly, you can define more test strategy based upon this product analysis. It also helps to diagnose problem, like there are production issues coming and you want to reproduce some of the customer workflow. You can see like what different actions taken by the customers, and accordingly you can try to reproduce that issue. Also, that helps to find out the user details such as browsers, devices, or the timestamp and many more. So this is just to give you an idea like how product analytics can be helpful in defining test strategies. This is how we are using in MyTickle, but there are many more ways. When you will start using it, you will probably get some more ideas to how that can help quality engineering. So what are the key takeaways from this session, right? So first we need to understand like what different product analytics tool are used in your current organization, and if you go and see the details out of it, if you don't get some of the data, probably you need to connect with your data science team and the product management team to understand if those events can be added further to get the insights from it. Then obviously we need to create a live dashboard to identify what is the change of pattern is happening, right? Because maybe you're launching new languages, new product lines, right? And over the time you want to see how the changes are happening. So how I need to define my test strategy or make the change in the test strategy. Also, for new feature development, don't only rely because the data won't be available in product analytics, right? At the same time, you need to use systematic methods and test strategy to define that the strategy for new feature development. But as you roll out new features, that product analytics becomes a solid candidate to kind of a robust data strategy around it, and maybe more enhancements are planned. You can plan for it. So I would encourage you guys to kind of look into the product analytics for your product or the services, and let's use it in defining the test strategy. Thank you, everyone.